If you're not familiar with how Dazzle stickers work, let me show you. This is our new sunflower Dazzle sticker. And Dazzle stickers are generally thin line stickers. Some of them are more solid, but these are thin lines. They work just like this. Peel them off. And then you can do one of two things with them. Well, not one of two things, multiple things with them, but I like to either back them with paper like I did here, which I'll show you how to do, or you can color them in. So first let's start with backing them with paper. And I'm going to put this one down because I have decided that's going to be too sticky. Here we go. So if you're going to back them with paper, just need a little piece of patterned paper. I like to use a little piece of brown solid cardstock. So let's take this one off the top of the sheet here. It has a nice little grid pattern in the center there. And I'm putting this on white because the black is not going to show up on our black background. So the first thing I do is like to put a little bit of dark brown cardstock for my center of the dazzle. And then I'm going to use these really clever little small scissors from Crafter's Companion, and I'm going to lift up the sticker on the bottom. Now let's do it like this. So I'm under the sticker and I'm just sort of lifting it up as I cut around the circle. So I'm holding the center of the circle and then I'm just cutting around it. So when I put that on that cardstock, I can lift up those edges really easily. There we go. There we go. And Dazzle stickers are usually repositional the first time that you set them down on paper, as long as you don't really smush them. There we go. So I've got my center, and now I'm going to put this on some pretty yellow dotted paper. This is from Dotted Duos paper pack number 3, which has got a lot of fall color paper in it, and it's my favorite of the Dotted Duos. I really love it. I use it. It's got orange and yellow and this beautiful kind of avocado green, and I use it all year round. And you see what I'm doing is I'm cutting these petals, just cutting the tips away. They're little triangles really, and I'm just cutting them here and here. I do that all the way around until that's all cut out. And then when I'm putting them here on the paper, then I can just either glue them flat to the surface of the card, after of course adding a little green cardstock to the leaves, or I can put a little foam tape behind this one, and this one's got a little bit of a lift to it. Another thing I like to do with my Dazzle stickers is I like to just take a card, and you can just plunk them right on the card surface. And then you can color them in, but I'm going to caution you about something. If I'm going to plunk that right on my card surface and I'm going to take colored pencils and color it, no problem with that bleeding through to the other side. But if you're using any markers, really water-based markers or alcohol-based markers like these tri-blend markers from Spectrum Noir, if you start using those and you're coloring those in when you've just got your card front, directly on the card front rather. So I started off with a darker golden brown, and then I'm taking my yellow. I'm just going to blend that like this just to give it a little depth, like that. All right, but when I turn that over, it's bled through to the back. So how do we solve that little solution? Well, pretty easy actually. I just take this as an oval from the hot off the press oval cutting die, so it's got a scallop and a straight edge oval. Glue is a little clogged up this morning. Here we go. And I'm just going to put a little glue here and here. Attach that. So now I've got a foundation when I want to color my Dazzle sticker. So here's this big one. Put that down. Now I can use any kind of medium to color that because it's got 2 layers, and then I'm gonna like put that down on my card front and there won't be any problem with bleeding. So, oh, pulled that right off. So you can just go ahead and color as you would with your leaves. And then I like to do the light. This is a color marker, is this one, Spectrum R. This is a dull green blend. And I use this one just repeatedly. It's one of my favorites. And then this one is the golden brown blend. I'm going to use this on the center of the little grid. And really, I use the same technique of backing my bees with paper. I backed the body of the bee with the polka dot paper, and then the leaves I backed with white paper so that they could kind of lift up a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and color in those leaves. I'm using the medium. If you're not familiar with these Spectrum Noir pens, they have 3 shades of the same color in one pen. They have a dark, a medium, and a light, and they are brilliant. They're very inexpensive. I think they're $4.99. Oops, that's not the color I wanted. I wanted to use this yellow. They're like $4.99 for 3 separate markers, and they last a long time. Debbie and I use these markers repeatedly, and they just last for, I think I've had this set for a year. Okay, so now you see I've got the 2 shades here going on, and I'm just gonna go over that brown color to blend it a little bit more. And there we go. So that's just how you would do that if you wanted to take your patterned paper and bang, glue it on there without any bleeding going through the inside. So we've got some the new Wood and Textures paper pack here from hot off the press, and just a little green gingham bow. It was just a really simple card to do.